Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We are on Chapter 9, Lesson 5, Add Unlike Fractions. We are on page 637 in your math books. Okay, now hopefully you've watched the Math Antics video and you've listened to me discuss what is my favorite way of adding unlike fractions. So let's begin. Example 1. In the morning, an octopus swam for 1/3 of an hour. In the afternoon, the octopus swam for 1/4 of an hour. How long did the octopus swim altogether? 1/3 plus 1/4. Now, this strategy looks very similar to what Math Antics did. Now, I'm going to show you what is my favorite way. I would stack them. Then I would extend my line. To me, this just helps me keep things organized a little bit better. And very similar, just like they did on the paper here, I would find a common denominator. And I know that 4 goes into 12 3 times. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top, and that's going to be 3/12. Now, 3 goes into 12 4 times. 1 times 4 is 4. Now, I have common denominators of 12, so I can add the top. So 3 plus 4 is 7/12. And I can add that easily in my little bubble. I like this way a little bit easier. It helps my brain organize the numbers in a better way. But you decide which strategy is best for you. I'm going to finish out this page if you don't mind. My answer is going to be 7/12 and 7/12. The model shows that over here we have 1/3 plus 1/4 is the same as 7/12. Example 2. Catalina spent 1/10 of her free time reading and 4/5 of her free time practicing her flute. What fraction of her free time did she spend reading and practicing her flute? So we can tell from the terminology that we are adding. So we're adding 1/10 to 1/5. And here they did it the Math Antics way. I'm going to stack it because that's my favorite way. You choose your strategy that is best for your learning style. Well, I know that both 5 and 10 can go into 10. If I were to skip count, that would be the number that they would both match up with. 5 goes into 10 twice. So I have to times the top by whatever I times the bottom. So 4 times 2 is 8. 10 goes into it once. So now I can add these much easier. 1 plus 8 is 9/10. And so what I can do here is I'll finish filling this out how they have it. Then we're going to fill out 1 and 8 equals 9/10. Hey, we got the same answer. Mrs. Cox must be on the right path. And to check, 9/10 is about close to 1. Let's do our guided practice. Add. Write the sum in simplest form. Simplest form. Don't let that one trick you. All right, I'm going to stack these guys. Blow this up a little bit. If you write really little, you can do this off to the side. If you need some graph paper, please let me know. Extend my line out. I know that a greatest common denominator between the two of them would be probably 10 times by 5 times by 1 times by 1. Oh, no, 2. Let me back up. Ooh, I about made a doozy of a mistake. Ha ha. Times by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 4/10 plus 5/10. We have 9/10. So our answer is going to be 9/10. Now, I'm going to look at that. I don't think there's any way I can simplify that anymore. 3 won't go into both of them. Neither will 5, 2. Yep, so that's my answer. All right, 3/4 plus 1/8. We're going to have a 3/4 over here and a 1/8. We're going to extend our lines. Now, looking at 4 and 8, if I were to skip count, I know that they would both have an 8 in their lineup. That is times by 1, so I do the same. That is times by 2, so I do the same up here. Now I have 6 plus 1 equals 7/8. 7/8. Ta-da! All right, there's the fun page. Go ahead and push pause on the video, and I want you to try numbers 3, 4, 5. Well, try clear down from 3 to 14. See if you can get the answers. Then unpause the video and check your answers. Okay, we're going to work on this. I'm going to stack them. Of course, I have to push markup first. Makes life a little bit easier if I do it right the first time, right? There we go. We have 1/3 and 1/5. Okay, they both can go into 15. That will go into it 3 times. So now I have 5 plus 3 is going to be 8/15. And I believe that's the smallest it will go. Okay, number 4, I have 1/2 and 1/5. I'm going to extend my line out. I know that 10 is the number they both can go into. That will go into it 5 times. So then I have 5 plus 2 is going to be 7/10. Number 5, I'm going to do my work over here on the side. Now, a common denominator that these two will share, I'm going to go with 12. Will go into 12 once, so I have to do times 1 up here, and that'll be 5/12, and in its addition, 5/12 plus 3/12 is going to be 8/12. Okay, on number 5, we need to make sure we simplify. 8/12 is what I wrote down, but you can divide both of those by 4. So 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2, and 12 divided by 4 is going to be 3. So our final answer is going to be 2/3, because that's our final simplified answer. Okay, number 6. 2/3 and 1/6. A common denominator from 2/3 and 1/6, I would say, would be a great 6. Times by 1 times by 1 will be 1/6. But I'll go into it twice. 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 4 plus 1 equals 5/6. So we're going to have 5/6 right here. Okay, number 7. 1/2, 1/4. Draw the line out. 4 would be a great common denominator for both of them. 4 will go into 4 one time, times by 1. 2 will go into 4 2 times. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3/4. Five eighths and 1/16. Ooh, I know 16 is a great common factor for both of those. 16 will go into 16 once, so I times by 1 right here. 8 will go into 16 twice, so I times it by 2 up here. 5 times 2 is 10. Then I can add 10 plus 1 equals 11/16. Number 9, we have 3/5 and 3/10. I would say that 10 is a great number for both of those. That would be times 1. 5 will go into 10 twice, so 2 times 2 on the bottom times 2 on the top. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9 tenths. Number 10, we have 5/8 and 3/16. Draw our extended line out. Looking at those numbers, I can say that 16 would be a great number for them to both go into. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 will go into 16 twice, times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. I'm going to take 10 plus 3 is going to equal 13/16. Number 11, I have 3/5, and I'm going to add 3/20. Okay, looking at my times table chart, I can see that they both have a common factor of 20. 20 will go into 20 once, times 1. 5 will go into the 24 times my 4 up here. Add 12 plus 3 is 15/20. 5 will go into that 3 times, and 5 will go into 24 times. Then my answer is going to be 3/4. What a messy page. Must be having lots of fun with math. Okay, they're wanting us to find the unknown, which is x, and it looks just like what we've been doing the whole page, doesn't it? So 7/12 plus 1/3. So let's look at 12 and 3. I think 12 is a great number for them to both go into. Let's see. 3 will go into 12 4 times, so times 4. 12 will go into 12 once, times 1. So now I have 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11/12, and I'm pretty sure that's as little as we can simplify it. Okay, right here, they have part of an answer. We need to figure out what is the rest. So let's work out the equation. We have 3/16, 3/8. I'm going to put 16 here, 16 here. We'll go into it twice. Be 6 times 1 would be 3. So 3 plus 6 would be 9/16. And I can't simplify that down anymore. So it's going to be 9/16. And they want to know what y is. Y equals 16. I'm going to circle that so that you know that's my answer. Over here we have 3/8 and 2/5. Okay, a number that both 5 and 8 can go into. Sometimes you can just do like with Math Antics suggested and just times 5 times 8, which equals 40. 5 will go into 40 8 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 8 will go into 40 5 times. 3 times 5 is 15. So then we can add 15 plus 16, which would be 11. It would be 31/40. And I'm pretty sure that that cannot be simplified down anymore. And it wants to know, it just wants to know what W was. W is 31 because they already have the 40th right there. All right, there's your answers. I forget, I need to push markup. There we go. A farmer harvested some of his pecan crop on Friday and Saturday. What is the fraction of pecan crop harvested in the 2 days? So it looks like we are adding 3/8 and 1/3. So I'm going to come over here to the side and do 3/8 and 1/3. 8 and 3. Well, I'm just going to times them. 8 times 3 is 24, because I know that's a factor they'll both go into. 3 will go into 24. Well, 8 times. 8 will go into 24 3 times, so I times by 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm going to add 9 plus 8 is 17/24. And I'm pretty sure I can't simplify that down anymore. So my answer is going to be 17/24 pecan crop. Angel has 2 chores after school. She rakes leaves for 3/4 of an hour and spends a half an hour washing the car. How long does Angel spend on her chores in all? Okay, they're not looking for you to convert this to minutes. They just want you to add 3/4 and 1/2. So let's do that over here. You can probably do this in your head if you think about it, but we'll go ahead and work it out to show that we understand this strategy. 2 will go into 8 4 times. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 will go into 8 twice. 2 times 3. Oh, that's what happens when I write and talk at the same time. 3 times 2 is 6. There we go. Now we can add 6 plus 4 is 10/8. Oh, that's top heavy. 8 will go into 10 one time, and there's 2 8s left over. Oh, that's still not simplified to what it needs to be, is it? We can simplify that even more to 1 1/4. So 1 1/4 of an hour. Actually, hours. Brain builder. Leon raked bags of leaves from his neighbor's yards. Monday, he raked 1/3 of a bag of leaves. Tuesday, he raked 3/8 of a bag, and Wednesday, 1/4 of a bag. If he combines the leaves, will Leon have more than one bag? Explain. Well, let's add them together. Where do we have room? Let's go over here. 1/3, 3/8, and 1/4. Now, you know how to do this with 2 numbers. Let's see if we can do it with 3. What's a number that 3, 8, and 4 will go into? Now, I know that 8 and 4 will both go into 8, but 3 won't go into it. So we can look down our times table chart. Let's see. We have 12. Nope, 12 won't work. 16, 18. Well, how about 24? Because these 2 numbers will both go into 24, and these numbers will go into 24. Let's try it. 4 will go into 24 6 times. 8 will go into 24 3 times. And 3 will go into 24 8 times. So now we can add 8, 16, and 9. So here's our final denominator. And 8 and 9 make 17 plus 6, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ooh, that is not quite one bag, is it? So my answer is going to be no. 23/24 is not more than one bag. Is not more than one bag. If it said 24/24, that would equal one bag, but it doesn't say that. All right, let's go to 18. Which one doesn't belong? Circle the expression that does not belong with the other 3. Explain your reasoning. Oh, goodness. Well, let's look at them and see what they equal. Looks like they want us to add them together. So let's do the first one. 5, 6, 1/3. Well, 6 can go into both of them. Times 1 times 1. So that equals 7, 6. And when we simplify that, that'll go into a 1 1/6 of a time. Okay, so that one equals 1 1/6. The one that doesn't belong is this one, because when you add those together, they do not make 1 1/6. All the other expressions have a sum of 1 and 1/6, except for the one I circled. Write an example of a problem that would be long. If we were to add that together, it would equal 1 and 1/6.